well, okay, well, never mind
Where we
then.
met.
I thought we had to unfuck the map, but the map already was unfucked. Anyway, I'm not sure the VOD would have caught the very beginning of that run anyway, based on when the exited host mode thing showed up in chat, so... It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Well, that's fine, Renegade. This is an easy game to fall asleep to. It's very calm and relaxing. I mean, I understand people are value conscious, but I'm gonna say this one's worth even at full price. I actually did get this Steam key in a bundle, which is sort of like a sale, but I paid full price for it on PS4, so I've bought it like 1.1 times. But yeah, certainly to just remember it for like the next site-wide Steam sale would probably be good. And if
When you enter
I can, I'm gonna
a
get my hand on some keys for this game
the
too.
chances are your expectations will be met.
It would be lovely to have it in the bank of keys for the music contest. Because there's a bunch of crap in that bank of keys, quite frankly. I mean, it's stuff from bundles I either already had or didn't want, so... Makes sense that it's a lot of crap, honestly.
Not for what it is, but for what it can be.
Yeah, I understand that, Renegade. And this game being like 15 bucks regular price, I'm sure when it goes on sale it'll be like 5 bucks. And it's like, come on. You can't beat that. No. That sucks. Because this was a pretty good start until that happened.
Did you know, Hugh, that purple is at the very end of the visible spectrum? It's the hardest colour for our eyes to distinguish. Now, imagine a shade one step further than purple.
Hey,
Colour
Katsumo.
beyond
Yeah,
what
I'm
you
back.
perceive. We call these
Took a little bit longer off than I was intending, but
and I fear that
yeah.
this
Back
is
for
what
some
I
more
call
runs.
it.
I've really got to work on Soul Suspect.
If
My
reality is
my
rooted
PB in Soul Suspect is so
cannot
bad. I just need to get a PB with current strats.
I'm sure that I did
If I can just finish a run with current strats, it's going to be like a 106.
I hope you are. I'm sorry, but existing in this strange state of impermanence
Which would be second place.
many things to you, Hugh. It makes you question what is real.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the run, but I just haven't found the time lately to get to it. First Light and this game have been higher priorities. Yeah, and my goal as a streamer is to be a variety speedrunner, so I know I'm never really going to be Recce level in much of anything,
You somehow
and I'm okay with that, honestly.
Our fires burnt brightest when we worked together.
But I want to have runs that are,
We
you know,
discovered
good
more about
enough
colour
that
than
are,
we ever have imagined.
you know, if there's strats found, I want to have runs that have the strats.
We laughed.
Like, there's a game I haven't run in, like, half a year called Stick It to the Man. I actually did used to have Recce in that game.
The work became more important than us.
There's new strats been found in that one, so it obviously can't be very high a priority because I submitted it to last year's AGDQ, and not only was it declined, it was declined with the note of, you know, you really don't need to submit this again in the future. So it's like, oh, okay. So especially right now that I'm in kind of GDQ mode, that game is not going to be a priority for me. But there are new strats, so I would love to get a new PB in that game. Yeah, I was slightly surprised that it was declined, because it seems like such a GDQ-friendly game, and I was floored that they told me that it would never be accepted. You know, there's a level where it's better to know that than to not know it and keep working on it for years and years and never ever get into a GDQ, which is something I really do want. But it was still quite the shock to the system. $9.21 entry to the skeleton room with a death to boulder skip is pretty strong. That would have been a $9.15 without the death. Which is, that's like holy crap base. possible gold split here. Yeah, and it's important to know that... Okay, I guess it's not actually that close to a gold split. Or, oh, no, I was adding it wrong. It might still be a gold split. Yeah, baby. It's important to know that GDQs are not about getting the best of speedrunning, period, full stop, in their event. They have their favorite, types of runs and even specific games. So, it's not an indictment of anyone's abilities or achievements as a speedrunner to not get into a GDQ. It just means you don't run games they like.
I do know that Dr. Gray and I have spent many a time together.
And there's a level where that's disappointing. I would love it if there was some kind of speedrunning, speedrunning Olympics is a goofy way of putting it, but some kind of be-all end-all stage for speedrunning. A lot of people think GDQ is that. It really isn't. And I love GDQ. It's not a bad thing that it isn't. It's just not what a lot of people think it is. Okay, that's bad. I honestly feel this game could fit in with the GDQ quite well. And I've had a two-time GDQ veteran tell me the same. So I'm absolutely going to include it with my submissions for the next GDQ. Along with First Light OBVs, since it got into HRDQ. That's a little wrong, but it should be fine. Not the crispest execution there, but at least I didn't die. I mean, I've sort of learned over the years that a GDQ game is short, fast-paced, and glitched is definitely a plus. Nostalgia value is also definitely a plus. But short and fast-paced are really the big things. And honestly, if anything, First Light at a 125 estimate is pushing the short criterion a little bit. Most Nintendo games? Yeah. Probably. God damn it. Older RPGs? Yeah, you bet. There's always a Final Fantasy run, and, a Zelda run, and a Mario run. And that's because people want to see those games. There tend to be, indie blocks, too, which gives me some hope for a game like this. No, don't do that. It's so stupid. I go for these moves that save like frames if I get them, and they cost seconds if I don't. I should just cut them the hell out. Yeah, licensed games typically go over pretty well at GDQs too. Yeah, the awful games block. That can be fun. What the hell? Where did that come from? What is that, 14-second times? That's like a 10-second gold split. What did I do differently? I don't even know what I did differently. That's wild. We're not even into the part of the run yet where I can save like over a minute, so this is a really good start. Notwithstanding the death to boulder skip.
Once a seed has taken root, it doesn't take long for it to grow, to nurture and blossom into something beautiful. The seed of knowledge was planted in my mind, and I wasn't prepared to let it wilt and die. The university claimed my experiments were unethical, that altering the fabric of our reality was dangerous. They were unflinching. My research was confiscated and my contract terminated. Following my expulsion, I was left with no choice but to uproot and move us both far away. I knew of a small fishing village a boat ride from the university, where I hoped my reputation wouldn't precede me. You and I moved into a humble home, which is now where you spent most of your childhood.
So I've been thinking of developing a warpless route for this game. Just because I think it would be, potentially more conducive to getting into a GDQ. Because you would hear all of the story and you would see all of the puzzle rooms. By warping, and it's not even like a crazy optimized speedrunner warp, it's a warp that any player can do. By warping, we skip 2 puzzle rooms in their entirety. I question whether it's, something the developers actually wanted in the game, or if it's just like a development oversight. I'm gonna miss the fast cycle. No, I'm not. We're gonna get another gold split here. This is crazy. To think I almost killed this run after the Death 2 boulder skip. What the hell? Am I actually playing this well? It doesn't feel any different, and I've like shaved 30 seconds off my sub bests in this run. I won't fight it.
Do you recall those dusty old tomes that used to sit on my desk? The ancient scriptures of civilizations lost. I spent hours poring over them, searching for clues to support my research. Aside from their wonders, one thing stood out above all else. Blue, or specifically the absence of it. Other colours were detailed at length, but not blue.
Yeah, baby.
It was never mentioned at all. The word simply didn't exist. Could they not distinguish blue? Without a word to describe it, how could we be sure they could see it at all?
No, no. Okay, that's stupid. Almost messed that up. No, no! Oh my god! That's the stupidest death I've ever had in this game. I've had that happen before, but I've always been able to save it when it does. That's disappointing. That's gonna lose quite a bit of time. That's what I was thinking, about 10. The one time I don't say how much time I think it's going to lose is when I actually get it right. Usually when I say, oh, that's going to lose 10 seconds, it saves 5. Fucking hell, look at that time save for this segment. That is ridiculous.
My research led me to tales of a long-lost civilization. They built great machines, pioneering electricity many years before we discovered it. Strangely, though, this civilization is said to have felt no pain. They knew of pain and observed it, yet could not experience it themselves. Explaining to them the sensation of pain is like me explaining colour to someone that can only see in black and white. I wonder, Hugh, if we will be able to share in our experiences of colour.
There's some way of getting past the dark blue laser that I am not remembering. I'm gonna have to watch Modicius's run or Samurai Blue's run again. Looking to remove 2 minutes from the run then? What are you talking about? Ooh, that was needlessly close. Yeah, there's a fast strat in this room that I'm not doing because I'm not fast enough. Yeah, I'm still not quite sure what you mean, but that's fine. Yeah, I'd love to have a 55 in this run. I think if I have a 55, I can, do a commentary run and submit it to things with an hour estimate. An hour flat is the estimate I want to be giving. I had an hour 3 estimate in my HRDQ submission. And I don't know if an hour flat estimate with a 57 PB is something people are really going to find realistic. You can totally jump to the second platform from the middle island thing. I'm just not doing it right now myself. By taking that completely safe and slow, it saves me like 45 seconds over my PB, because I died like 8 times in that room in my PB. It was so stupid. Nice. I'll take it. I need to get a bigger monitor for this room or a different screen resolution for the game or something, because I cannot see the bottom of the screen, the color wheel, when I do this room. And there's one room later in the game that's like that too, and it is very scary. Come in at like 55 as a confidence. Wait, what? Let me look at that when I'm not running from things. Saying you could come in at like 55 as a confidence booster, but all I did was confuse. Well, I mean, 55 is the short-term goal for this game. 56 at worst, but I think 55 is doable. That right there is the warp that skips 2 puzzle rooms, by the way. You're supposed to emerge from the cave through here. You're supposed to hit this switch on your way out, not after just coming into the lighthouse. That's how I say, I really wonder whether it was a design oversight to allow that warp to even exist.
If a tree stands in the woods and nobody's there to see it, does that tree exist? Does it have colour and form? Does it matter? This journey has been difficult, Hugh, and whilst I have trodden a lost, winding path, I feel no closer to the truth I was after, no matter how long you chase the moon.
It's possible they never realized that that combination of events could occur. I mean, this game was made by 2 people, so
You've been alone, and now uprooted.
not a huge development team.
For what? So that I could see the world a little clearer? I do hope, in the end, it was worth it. For both of us.
No! You could see I saw that one coming. Tried to save it, but it was already too late by the time I was trying to save it. That's unfortunate. Okay, I kind of screwed that up, but that's fine because we won't return to that block. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not fair to say the entire game was made by two people. Obviously, there's, music and voice acting and whatnot, but in terms of, like, design and programming, it was two people. Henry Hoffman and Dan DaRocha are the two individuals' names. Oh. And they have worked together previously on other games. I'm not sure they have plans to work together in the future. But they probably will. Nope. Jumped one early there. Okay. Really almost killed myself there. That was a little scary. This is a room where you can lose minutes if you mess up, because it's such a long room with lots of fairly intricate things that you have to do. That didn't quite work the way I was planning it. We're not gonna lose that much time here, it looks like. Did have one death in that segment. Still gonna be almost 2 minutes ahead. No! Nice.
Being back at the university has surfaced many memories, Hugh. I remember taking you to lectures. You would crawl to the front of the hall when I wasn't paying attention.
Some parent.
Ray would look down from his lectern, and all his seriousness and authority would wash away. He would pick you up, walk over, and return you to my arms with a smile. Love cannot be measured, Hugh. Like colour, it exists inside of us. I buried it. I buried the love that I had for my own ends. I hope after all this, you will see my mistakes for what they are. Yours lovingly, Mark.
Or what am I doing? This room always F's me up. Because I'm a smart person who's good at video games. And also, neither of those statements is true. What am I doing? There we go. That wasn't as bad as last run. Yeah. I lost like 30 seconds on that segment last run, so I can live with that. No, don't go back. Or, you know what we can do is that, and then we're pretty much okay. This is another room. This is the other room. Like I had mentioned earlier that I can't see the bottom of it with my screen resolution set up the way it is. So it's always a little scary going through it. No! You've got to be kidding me. No, now I'm doing this again. This is exactly what I did last run that cost me all my fucking time. Alright, come on, just gotta stay calm. Alright, that's a time loss, but it's not a catastrophic time loss. Wreck up all their trophies. Gib, first try laser skip. Yes! Now, believe it or not, the strat in this room is actually a lot harder than that last one. And I almost walked into that laser. Especially when I mess it up. GG. Oh, okay. I just proved something I didn't previously know was possible. I thought you had to catch the globe as it was rolling. Otherwise it went too fast to, That has fascinating implications. Oh, I screwed up. I need to restart the level. That sucks. I thought you had to catch the rolling globe and release it a second time from its lower position, or else it rolled too fast for you to be able to dodge it. And I just proved that's not true. You know, I think we can still save some time on the final segment, even though it's going to show as a gold split, just because I haven't gotten an optimal completion of that segment yet. So hopefully 55 isn't dead. It might be. But we are definitely past the hardest parts of the run so far. Okay, that's not going to work. Gotta restart. Aim low, you mean? Okay, this is like easy mode for this. Okay. We're still looking okay. I'm taking too much time to do this. But I haven't quite figured out how to do it correctly. This room is not a hard one to mess up, so I definitely want to be concentrating here. No, get on there. Okay. Ah. Okay. Go through the door. I didn't get the key. Oh my god. I forgot a step. Well, that's probably Rip Run. I did the whole room without grabbing the key. I cannot believe I did that. What was I just saying about making sure I was concentrating? Because this is not a short room, either. That's just a complete brain fart on my part. Yeah, there's no RNG in this game, so any time losses you have are your own fucking fault. I cannot believe I did that. Huh? Huh? Oh my god. This room always makes me monk ass so hard. But once you get past that first paint stream, you're fine. Oh! Almost wasn't fine. This is the last puzzle room of the run, which is not to say it's the last room of the run. I have no idea if I can still PB. It's gonna be very tight. Yeah, I have no idea exactly how long these final few silly rooms are. It's gonna be very tight.
It has been too long. You have grown so much.
That was a pretty optimal completion of the final room, though, the final puzzle room.
I tried to warn her. I thought that exiling her from the university would protect her, would protect you. She did not understand that some people choose not to see. I never stole the ring from her here. I tried to destroy it, before it destroyed her. I now know she had it under control. She knew what she was doing. My intervention shattered the...
See, I think this man has a really nice voice, too. I don't remember his name.
My only
Just like Anna Acton, the voice of the mother.
able to follow in her footsteps, to experience her work firsthand.
This is Dr. Gray,
We do not see things
strongly
as they
implied to
are.
be Hugh's dad.
Instead, we see them as we are. Your mother, she has been waiting for you.
I think it's still
I
a
expect
PB.
She will be thrilled to see how far you've come.
If it were up to me deciding the timing rules for the leaderboard, I would say the time ends in the room before Dr. Gray's letter, because none of this is of interest, really, to a speedrun. If you've ever seen runs of the game Limbo, timing for that game ends before the game itself ends. Not long before, but it is before, because, you know, the community decided that the last few rooms, well, the last room, basically, it's just walking. There's no traversal puzzle at all. That room need not count toward a speedrun. It's not even going to be a 56, though. Shit. So yeah, it'll still be a PB, but could have been a lot better than it was. And I understand why time ends here for this game, because this is when you lose control, but that's not the be-all end-all.